everyone, what's up? It's Ezra May and welcome to another episode of Friday Films. For the next 2 weeks I'm going to do something really special and I'm going to do part 1 and 2 talking about the Sundance Film Festival, and that is because today is the beginning of the Sundance Film Festival for 2014 and next week is when it's going to end, so it's going to run from the 16th of Jan to the 26th if I'm not mistaken. The Sundance Film Festival was founded by Robert Redford, who of course is a renowned actor. After being in the famous film Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they named the festival after it, and it was to attract more people to Utah, where it's held every year, Salt Lake City, Park City, and those little locations. I'm going to tell you about some of my favourite films that have premiered at Sundance. I really enjoy film festivals. We have the Melbourne International Film Festival here, and I volunteered a couple of times to work there, and it's just really fun meeting new people and of course the films. And the thing about film festivals is these films are exclusive and it depends on whether they're picked up by a big distributor and then released. It's really good because a lot of actors get their start from independent films, and it's basically films by independent directors who have produced them themselves without a company, and I love them because they mostly tell sort of smaller stories than what you see. Like, they're not the big slapstick Will Ferrell type comedies or, you know, big sort of melodramas. They're sort of just mostly a little glimpse into everyday life, and what I'm talking about are basically the premieres at Sundance, because there are a lot of categories like documentary, short films and foreign language films. My favourite film going back to 2004 is probably Napoleon Dynamite, and it's just the weirdest film, but it's either you get it or you don't, in my opinion. And Napoleon Dynamite is played by John Heder, who is basically a kid trying to get through high school, trying to do his thing. He's got a best friend named Pedro, and the main point of that story, like what I take away from it, is that he's just trying to do what he wants. You know, it's not his fault that he's kind of different from the other kids, and it's just funny. It's just got these one-liners. It's really hard to explain. This film definitely has a cult following, and it came out of a Sundance Film Festival and it became like a phenomenon, and it became a cartoon, and I don't know, it's just great. I'm not ashamed to admit that the person who sort of got me into film festivals is Kristen Stewart, and you might know her from the Twilight series, but in all honesty she is a great actress and she did a lot of things before Twilight and still doing a lot of independent film right now. So since becoming obsessed with Twilight, I looked up some of her other films, and she's done a lot of independent, intense, dark films, and I think most of them are really good. One of my favourites is a comedy, and it's called Eventual, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival 2009, and it's really funny. It's about a bunch of teenagers who work at an adventure park where they hardly paid anything, and they sort of fall in love, and there's all this consequences and stuff, but it's comedy. Although it's not laugh out loud funny, it's kind of just subtle funny. It almost can kind of be put on the shelf next to Napoleon Dynamite. Kind of, you like it or you don't. I really love Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader, so definitely check this out if you want to. And a year later, Kristen Stewart was in The Runaways, which I really liked. It was a biopic about Joan Jett and Cherie Currie, who were the Runaways and a girl band, and kind of just about their lives. And there's some impressive performances in this, especially Dakota's only like 14 or 15 in it. And I really like The Runaways, so that premiered at Sundance as well. But what I really love about Sundance are the intelligent films that come out, and by intelligent I mean they're sort of don't try too hard, and they're kind of simple, but there's just something about them I can't even explain. And the man that I will go to now is Josh Radnor, who most of you know from How I Met Your Mother, but he's actually a writer and a director, and his first film was the winner of the Sundance Film Festival Audience Award, and it's called Happythankyoumoreplease, starring Malin Ackerman and Kate Mara, and it's a really cute film about a man who's, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's good, watch it. He stars in his own films as well, but they're really good films. And last year I went to the Melbourne International Film Festival, and sometimes we get selections from Sundance, and he released Liberal Arts with Elizabeth Olsen. This is a really good film. It's about a college professor and a young girl, a student, and tagline, life's all about finding someone on the same page, and it's just really, it's sweet, and I like this kind of film. It's sort of a good for a Friday night. I like Josh Radnor, he's really good, and also there's a cameo by Zac Efron in it, which is really funny. But Liberal Arts was another one of my Sundance favourites. That's part 1, guys. I will have part 2 next week with some more of my favourite Sundance films. If you live in the area, well, lucky. Go to the Sundance Film Festival, meet some stars, check out some documentaries. There are so many great things out there, and I really want to go to Utah one day and experience all of it. But until then, I'll see you guys next week. Happy Sundance! Bye!